Oh dear. Oh, damn it, what am I doing? Oh. Tripping over everything. Well, putting things together slowly. Why does it always show the preview window? I just don't know. I'm trying to get this camera in a better place. Right, I've got the end off and I'm just trying to get this lined up. Colour, the white balance is just way off. What's the matter with it? I just don't know. Where's the... Right, I'm just trying to get the angle right. Oh, I've got that twisted. Hang on. That's better. Move it around this side because it's a bit difficult to get it all in. Alright. So I'm just 3D printed some more parts. So bracing brackets and clamps. I had to make these extra things to hold everything together. So so what's the job I'm doing right now? Well, at the moment I'm putting the actual parts on my original rotary actuated system. Because how I get it I want to get it stable so it's not going to wobble about. Obviously, as we go along, if I see some issues, I'll have to deal with them. And that's good. It's got a bit of flex in it, which is what I want. Because these clamps hold the mechanism together. So I push this through here, and it should clip on, and it does. It's a bit loose actually. It's not bad. I'm glad I didn't shrink them down because they would have been too loose. But really, if I want to make them a bit tighter, all I have to do is put a little bit of material on the top there and on the bottom of there, and it'll be tighter. So, but they've just come off the printer, so they could split. So I'm going to use some acetone on these to just bond the layers together a bit more. And that should bond the layers together so it doesn't split on me. Try not to put too much on because it's It takes a long time to dry out if I do that. But I'm not worried about that because it's certainly not going to be running today, that's for sure. Oops, that's one. I'll just get these out of the way. So I have to take the end off to get everything on. So, right, where are we? Yeah, there's some stringy bits that aren't stuck very well, so yeah, definitely needs a massive turn on there. Let that dry, and while that's drying I can continue to put these parts on here. Right. I'm hoping that this isn't going to turn out to be a floppy disaster. Well, it used to be wobbleators, so maybe not so much now, but once I get this all together, but yeah, I just want to get these parts on here for now because I can put the main thing back on once I've got these spacers in, because I've got to put spacers between these rotors as well, so this rotor's got to come off now, and it's pretty heavy, so I'm going to have to put this support over here, so hold that one up. We're getting this one off, and it's not easy. Put some tissue around this shaft, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to go with the towel. I'm going to wrap a towel around here because I don't want to nail up the drive shaft. With my pliers, and then I can get this off. Oops. Yeah, it's slowly coming. It weighs a ton actually. I'll start off, put it on the floor. That feels a bit lighter now. Right, so the next trick is to put the spacers on. This is what gives me my distance between the rotors. I thought, well, rather than printing it in one piece, I printed several smaller pieces, because then I can adjust the distance. If I take one of these out, I can bring it in. That's a small one in the middle, and there's two larger ones. So I've got the ability to adjust my. And actually, looking at this, this rotor on the outside needs to come in a bit. This is tricky. because there's still super glue holding this one on, and it's pretty tight. Yeah, grip it a bit more, I think. That's going now. Hey, look. Pushing that out, I don't want to push that out. It's hard to hold this. Damn it. I'm going to hold it on the end, on the outside actually, because that's going to be easier. Oops, I've got a little slight keyway on the outside. It should be easier to hold it there. God, it's tight, this is. Oh, that's the point, my brass spaces. I've got to work this out actually, because I might actually have to put some more spaces on the drive shaft. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this as far as it's in the middle, and I'll measure that, and then I'll look at 3D printing some plastic spaces, because I'm not going to start using more brass, it's harder to mess with. Right, that should be about right there. Now, I'll measure the distance between... Oh, actually, I'm going to go to the sketch for a minute and have a look. The distance between that... Hang on a minute. Move that over. Yeah, I'll do. So, right, distance between that out at the top. I'll go on the back of some keys. Got my other things on here. Right, then out at the top. And the rotor should be 10.7 millimeters, I think that is 10.7 millimeters. Right, so now this is tricky because I've got maybe magnets on here, so I'm just going to go with my ruler because my calipers are going to stick to the magnets. Right, this is difficult. 10.7, that must be back a bit. I have to hold my ruler upside down. Oops. 10, that's about right. 10 point. That's about right. Near enough for now. So, actually it's near enough. Period. Now this is a tricky part. I need some more spaces, but I've got brass. I've got these brass, brass spaces at the moment on his drive shaft, so I'm going to have to 3D print some more plastic ones now, I think, but it won't take long to do, like, just about probably 30 minutes. So, damn it, can I get my calipers in there? Oh, I know what I can do. I'll get a piece of cardboard, because it's not that precise, it's not that critical, but it's just to stop the whole lot from moving. That seems to be moved. I mean, the whole shaft, the dry shaft seems to move all this way. I think I know I'm going to have to move that dry shaft back. I think it's too far out. Let me just check that. Oh yeah, I need to move that in about. You won't be able to see this. I'm on the other end. I'm messing with the pulley. Right, so I need to come in. I need to come in. 20 millimeters actually. There we go. So that is no longer set right, so that's going to come back out. So that dry shot, that's got to go back. I'm going to measure that again. What was it? 10.7 millimeters. That's a bit too much. Oh my god, there's a lot of super glue around there, and that's interfering with my spaces. I just noticed that. Can I cut it? Oops, bloody magnets. Can I cut them off? You know what? I probably should take these rotors off completely and countersink, because there's a lot of super glue sticking out. I'm going to have to take both the rotors off, I think, because it's going to interfere with the spacing. So I'll take these spaces off again. Pretty annoying. Well, I'm not going to take the other end off because everything will collapse on my side. Once this starts to come off, it should come off quite quickly. It's just headed. There we go. Use my thumb. Got ya. Right. I don't suppose it'll do any harm to let that rest because it's not heavy now. So I've got a lot of super glue sticking out on the top there, and it's interfering with my spacer, so I've got to countersink that out, get rid of it. Note to self, never put these down there any tools, because you'll never get the damn tools off there. Well, I would, but it's what I'm messing about. It's kind of ironic because the other day I decided to put all my tools away because I got sick of tools everywhere, and now I'm going hunting, getting them out again. Self-love. Well, I'll turn that light off because it's actually sunny out there. I'm trying to save some electric. You know what I'm thinking, actually? I really need to make, I keep supergluing these rotors onto the drive shaft and they slip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw up and sketch up a little sleeve. I can do it where one of the spaces. Do a sleeve that'll go around this little collar here, and it's got a nice large surface that's what do you call a hub. You can call it a hub, I suppose, a hub cap type thing, and it will sit flush against there, and it will give me much more friction, and it will make it a lot easier to get these in position and not have them move around. So I think I'll do that while I've got it apart. Oh my god, there's a great big blob of superglue on here. That has to come off. No, this is tricky. Chisels and magnets don't go together very well. Great big blob of super glue here. It's when I put it on while it was in situ and it blobbed up at one end. That's better. It's got to be flat. On a good note, I made this about 3-4 years ago. It's not split or anything, it's still in one piece. Right, that's that one. Let's check the other one as well. That one down here. Yeah, that's got a bit of... I'll move this on the floor. It's got some on it as well. Better. The outside's fine. Actually, there's still a fucking ridge on that. Feel it. I'm going to try this other one. Yeah. That's better. That's flat now. Stick that one way over there. Yeah, that one's alright as well. Stick that one on the floor as well, because I don't want my tools smashing into that. Could break my neodymiums. So I can get rid of that picture in picture now, I think. Did my camera move? I must have knocked it. I'm trying to get everything in really. Okay, right, let me just think a minute. I don't like this leaning too much, it's putting strain on my bearings, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to I know what I can do. I'll take this bracket on here. And yeah, that'll work. I'll just hold that up for now. I'm just worried about cracking the bearing that's held in between these two laminate. Well, it's two pieces of plastic on each end. Bearing sits in between on some rubber bands. I'm just worried about that coming out. Rubber bands slipping off. It reduces the noise. Okay, so yeah, this live stream is going to end pretty quick because I've got to go and design some hubs to go on these rotors. I've got 3D print those now. And I can get the diameter of those plastic washers that are on the rotors off these other washers as well, the same. So I need a recess of 20mm. Oh, is my gate out of alignment? Oh, that's right. Yeah, about 20mm. Alright, so a 20mm recess, and these washers are 3.26mm thick, so call it 3.4, no, 3.5 I think. Yeah. 6mm hole in the centre. Yeah, I'll be back later when I've got this. When I've got this sorted out, I'll be back later. Because I can't put anything more on this until I'm ready.